Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? Today I wanted to talk about something that another content creator kind of brought up a little bit, and that content creator, by the way, is Sledge. If you want to check out his video and then come back to this one, you might understand kind of where I'm coming from. But I wanted to talk about balance in the game right now and why I'm getting a little tired of the Evil Dead. I want to preface this by saying that I am almost level 200 now and have obviously put quite a bit of time into the game. I used to feel like I could put hours and hours a day, as some of you saw when you come to my 17-hour stream. It was supposed to be 24, but I couldn't do it. I played for about 10 to 13 of those hours on Evil Dead and never got bored. It felt like something I could actually just play forever and ever and ever, and it was something that I could just sink time into all day, and it doesn't feel like that anymore, and I wanted to get into why. But first, wanted to ask you guys to subscribe because the fate of the world depends on it, especially with those notifications on, and like the video. But anyway, just wanted to talk about the state of balance and the state of basically fun in the game right now, because I think in the last patch we were pretty close to balanced. At the higher end, we were definitely way more demon-sided. Those top-end demons are pretty much unbeatable. And I wanted to talk a bit about how balance in this game feels like it's being treated as more of a pendulum than a weight scale. It seems like the balance of power just doesn't have any kind of like teeter-totter, like, oh, well, sometimes we're a little bit over here and sometimes we're a little bit over here. It's like, well, it's all the way over here, we're on the demons, and now the survivors complain the demons are OP, and then pendulum goes all the way over here, and now survivors are OP. And I'm really tired of this balancing act that the devs do, because it just screws the game up entirely. We went too far into the survivors side on the last update, which was with Castle Kandar. The balance bar just got wrecked, which just wasn't that fair. And while, again, the top-end demons were still overpowered in this update, I don't think that we should balance around the top-end demons. I think we should balance toward our casuals, and our casuals were being really hit hard by the balance bar nerfs that they got, and I could see where they were coming from. It's super rough to just be in the middle of a fight and then balance bar, and then you get back up, and then balance bar again, and then balance bar again. Super annoying. And while I did think that it was great for balance to give the demons a more sturdy balance bar, it feels like the devs just took too much. Because the way I would do it if I was a dev would be to buff the demon's balance bar and then see how that goes. Just see the incremental change, see if the demon experience gets better, see if more casual demons are winning more often, see how that goes, and go from there. Then you can decide, alright, now let's nerf Annie. Maybe Annie should have been nerfed too, she was a little powerful. I mean, 25% extra balance bar is pretty nuts, but anyway, then you can nerf Annie, and then if balance bar is still rough, then you can take away the warrior's balance bar. It doesn't make sense to do all of that all at once, along with hammering in more damage for the killers. There was just too much that went there. And now you see problems like Elagos being one of the only killers that gets selected ever, along with the witch. I barely see the necromancer anymore, and I used to hate seeing so much of the necromancer. Now it's just 2 killers. I'm like, come on, like, we've gotta make the killers more equal to each other so that they get played more equally. And it's just something that I'm tired of seeing with the balance in this game. Pendulum just keeps swinging side to side, and I'm tired of seeing it. I want to see incremental changes, and in my opinion, the balance last update was almost perfect with adding a little more balance bar to demons. Most of my gripes with balance or just gameplay loop in general is mechanic based. I'm tired of seeing resource changes. I'm tired of seeing the devs go, oh, well, let's just give them more balance bar, or give the survivors more damage, or just changing resources. My problem is the gameplay loop right now, and my problem before was the gameplay loop. I feel like this game is so heavily based around the book mechanic, and I feel like the demons just have too many win conditions. Survivors only have the win condition of protecting the book all the way to the very end. They have to complete their entire objective to win, whereas killers can run out the clock. That counts as a killer win, or they can destroy the book. That counts as a killer win, or they can kill all the survivors, which is their primary objective, and it gets treated as a secondary. It's like once the book is up, the demons just go, alright, well, I'm done trying to kill survivors, it's time to go for the book. And it kind of feels like a cop-out. Although I'm not saying that demons are wrong for going for the book, because that's really the only thing they can do, because they're so underpowered. I've always been in favor of adding more damage and adding more spawn rates or more infernal to make sure that demons get a buff that makes them want to go for survivors. I've always wanted the book and the time running out to be considered tie conditions, because I think that the killers should only have one way to win, and the survivors should also only have one way to win, and any other thing that happens there would be considered a tie. I think that's more balanced. But that doesn't really have anything to do with the patches, sorry, it's just another note. I felt like balance is, or gameplay loop is more in mechanics based than resource changes, or number changes, or stat changes. But yeah, I just wanted to give that honest opinion. I'm just annoyed that the devs keep going towards one side. It's like the survivors get favored in one update, and then the demons complain, and then the devs see the demons complain and go, oh well, I guess it's time to swing the pendulum towards the demons, and not even think about making incremental changes. And then the survivors complain, and then the devs are like, oh, the survivors are complaining, maybe we should teeter the game in their favor, so then the survivors get a whole update based around them, and then the demons complain, and then the survivors complain, and then the demons complain. It just keeps going back and forth. We need to just stop. But yeah, any character things that are too powerful I can excuse, like the witch seems a little strong right now, she seems a little ridiculous, but that's just to be expected. Nobody can expect new characters to be perfectly balanced, nobody ever expects that, so that wasn't really my problem. My problem just had to do with resource and value changes that they did that just completely seemed to favor demons and weren't really based on any kind of gameplay function or checking incrementals or seeing what works. It just seemed like, oh well, the demons are complaining on Reddit, so it's time to do an update that favors them. So yeah, that's just kind of the thing I wanted to say. I'm starting to lose faith in the game. I'm starting to feel like this is just going to be an issue after issue all the time, and it's been really bogging me down. I used to be able to play this game for hours, and now it feels like I get done with 2 matches and I'm just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done for the night. I'll come back tomorrow. So yeah, just wanted to give my thoughts, kind of rant. I know this video wasn't really put together or anything. It was just kind of a rant on current events going on within the game. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think demons are just too powerful or survivors are just complaining too much. Please be nice about it. And yeah, honestly, that's all I had to say. So if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And good night, everybody.